first sip of coffee in the morning. It's so good. So I would never be one to have like a milky coffee. I just like black coffee, but I've seen a lot of the coffee shops stock this milk here. It's Bon soy milk, and to be honest the carton just stood out because of the colours. So when I seen it in Woolworths when I was doing my shop one day, I was like, I'll just give it a go, and it is the nicest milk ever for coffee. Like the soy milk is a lot creamier than almond, and the ingredients of this one is really good as well. Like there's no added gums or anything like that. It is divine. But anyway, enough waffle about coffee. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm delighted that you're here. I'm actually not working this week. This is like a holiday for kids, so they're off school, so I'm not working this week. But Connor just left for work. It's just 7 o'clock now. The sun is actually did come up, even though I won't see it because we don't get any sunlight in this apartment. But today is a very exciting, nerve-wracking day. I'm actually getting braces put on today. Basically, I got braces when I was 12 or maybe 11, but I got them off when I was 13, and you know, my teeth were lovely and they were super straight and all that. But then as the years went by, you know, you just don't wear your retainer all the time. And then I actually lost it a couple of years ago. I have moved a lot and I've been unhappy with my teeth for years. And I said a couple of years ago that I wanted to get like Invisalign. And then during COVID, when all the orthodontists and dentists were closed, there was like a lot of online consultations and all that. Well, I basically got a retainer, like kind of like Invisalign. But to be honest, I just never wore them. And when I can take something out of my mouth, like same with the retainer, I'm not going to wear it all the time. So I would only wear it at night time. And then because it was so sore, I would literally wake up and the retainers would be on the floor. So I never wore them. And then the other aligners that they sent me never fit. And then I was too scared to tell them. So I just like didn't even follow through with the treatment. And I said I'd never do Invisalign because I know the same thing will happen. So what I wanted to do was get braces. Obviously not ideal because they're very visible, but you know what, I just think if I'm going to do it, I may as well do it right. And it's only going to be like a year, maybe a year and a half of my life, and at least then I know that they'll work, and when they're on my teeth I can't take them off. We are getting married, so we actually have a date booked and everything. We are getting married in May 2026. I said now is the time to sort my teeth out because I have like a day obviously that I want to have a nice smile, not just because we're getting married. Like I have been talking about it for about 3 years. So I said when we go to Australia and we get settled, I know I'm going to be here for a while and I'm going to get braces. To make an appointment with an orthodontist just down the road, literally 3-minute walk from this apartment, which is brilliant. It's called the Ortho Practice. So I went in and I seen them all. They're so lovely, and there are a lot of Irish nurses as well. It's like, you know what, let's just do it. Got my x-rays. He basically set out like a plan, talked me through everything. He was amazing. So yeah, I'm going in today. I was like, just book me in as soon as possible so I don't rethink it or whatever. However, I will say they're super expensive here. Like, oh my goodness. I know that Australia is kind of known to be very expensive for dentists and all that, but jeepers, I didn't know it would be that expensive. But anyway, it's something that I've been wanting to do, and I'm gonna do it. So today's the day. I am all dressed and ready to go. My appointment's in 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna walk up now and be there a little bit early. So this is my teeth. My 2 front teeth are quite big and they kind of stick out a little bit. I find my smile has gotten quite narrow, so like my front teeth kind of stick out and then the rest are quite narrow behind. And then my bottom teeth, if you see, they're all just misaligned and wonky. That is what they're looking like now. The next time you'll see me, I'll have a face full of braces. But this is the outfit, nice and cozy because it's actually freezing outside now. It's really dropped in temperature. I'm in comfy leggings and my little Ugg socks to keep the warmth in, a nice big jumper, scarf and a little jacket, and just my bag with my bits and bobs. Anytime I go to the dentist, obviously like I brush and floss and all that, but these little Listerine pocket packs are so handy. They're a little strip and you just take them out and they dissolve in your mouth, so it just looks like this. I don't really like chewing gum because it kind of hurts my stomach, but these just dissolve in your mouth and they are great. I'm back. Are we ready? Brace face. Oh my goodness, I feel about 12. Every time I look at myself, I'm like, I look like a 12-year-old. But they're all in, feeling good. It took about an hour-ish, probably, the whole process. I had to clean my teeth first and then like polished and then put on some kind of glue thing, and then the orthodontist came in and he done his job. So what I went for is the white bracket on the top teeth, just so it's a little bit less noticeable than the silver brackets, and they just have a little silver bar, or wire should I say, running across. But for my bottom teeth, they just said you may as well just go for the silver bracket because they are a little bit more sturdy and stronger, and as well they just work a little bit better. And my bottom teeth are a bit more wonky, so they're all misaligned. So I was like, you know what, no one's really going to notice it anyway other than myself, and when I'm like talking, because when I smile, like, it's not too bad. But they were so lovely in there. I went to the ortho practice and they are the loveliest team in there. As I said, a lot of them are Irish. They were just fab and made me feel so comfortable, and they were cracking jokes and all that, so it was a really nice experience. I actually had a nice time in there. So they gave me this little bag with some things to help me along my journey. There is travel toothbrush, handy. Toothbrush, it's just like a soft head. I do use the Oral-B electric toothbrush, and I asked the dental nurse, I was like, can I still use that? And she's like, yeah, you can, but obviously when you first get them in, your teeth are going to be sore. So she was like, it might be a little bit sore using the electric toothbrush, so opt for the softer bristle until I get used to them. So that's perfect. I also just got these little guys in case I get anything lodged in between the brackets, and also some lip balm, and last but certainly not least, wax. So if you haven't had braces before, sometimes the brackets can rub up against the inside of your cheeks and it can be a little bit painful, so it can kind of, you know, cause that friction. So you put a little bit of wax on the bracket sometimes if you have a little bit of pain, which is great to have. And then the last thing is this little box. Time has really changed and technology is really taken over, because this is all new. I've never heard of like how AI can be used when you are getting like things done to your teeth. So basically, instead of making an appointment like every couple of weeks to get your braces tightened, they were explaining that it's done through dental monitoring app. So basically what's in here is like a thing that you stick onto your phone, and then you go into the app and you fill in your details, and then you use a camera to actually take a digital scan. So we done my first one there today, and basically it's quite funny. There's like a big mouth thing, so it separates your mouth, and then your camera clicks onto it, and then the flash goes on, and you basically follow the screen. So you do it in front of a mirror, and then you see the screen on the mirror, and basically it tells you what to do up and down to get all different like scans of your teeth, and then that's sent through to them, so then they can see it and monitor how the progress is going on their end, rather than just like making appointments for the sake of making appointments. Because sometimes they were explaining when you go back in, like you may not need to get your braces tightened that day, or a new wire put on, so at least then they can only make appointments when need be. It's very handy, and everything's in here. This little travel bag as well, that they said if I'm going anywhere just to take it with me. And this is basically it. So this clicks onto your phone, and then this little oval thing, that's where your camera will go, and then you go into the app and you just follow the whole process on there. It's very straightforward and very cool. So far, pain wise, like there's no pain at all. It just feels a little bit strange, obviously, because I'm not used to having metal things glued onto my teeth, but it's just a little bit tight, like that tightness. I remember that tightness. But I do remember, like after a couple hours, they will begin to get sore. I think mine were sore for like a good week the first time I ever got them in. Because I remember saying to my mum, like I was only 12 at the time, but I remember saying, I don't want these on, like just, I don't care if I have crooked teeth forever, I don't care, it's too sore. So we'll see. Now my teeth were obviously a lot worse that time, so maybe they won't be as painful this time, but we'll see. The one thing that I did ask about the white brackets is staining. So I've seen like a lot of people that, you know, after they drink a lot of coffee or have curries and that, and they have like yellow, you know, the brackets turn yellow, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want that to happen, but it's kind of inevitable, I suppose, after, you know, a number of weeks. But coffee, red wine, curries, all the things that I absolutely adore, they were like, just maybe avoid or drink through a straw. So the first thing I done was went into Mac's bargain shop just down the road and got some glass straws, because I cannot go without coffee. I need coffee, like I love coffee, I am addicted. So it's gonna have to be through a straw, which is probably gonna be iced coffee, even though I prefer hot coffee even when it's warm, but we'll see how we go. Connor has been texting, asked me to send a picture of my teeth. He's dying to see them, but I'm gonna make him wait till he comes home from work. I've just finished my lunch. That was a struggle. Oh my gosh. I did not realize how many hard foods that I like. Like I usually have like chicken salad or something like that that has lots of like raw veggies in for lunch. And I was just chopping up my carrots and celery to toss in. And I just had a little nibble because I always nibble on carrots anyway when I'm preparing food. Oh my goodness, not a chance. No way was I able to get through that carrot. Like I was trying to chew at the back of my teeth because these are so sensitive and they're just so tight. I had to scrap that idea and I just had a bowl of porridge. Speaking of soft snacks, I made 3 types of chia pudding. So we've got chocolate cherry, mango coconut and apple cinnamon. I absolutely love chia pudding, and if you make it like this, you'll love it too. Chia seeds are an absolute powerhouse of a seed. So much fiber, protein, keeps everything moving nicely. I will link the little recipe reel below, but I do share those recipes over my Instagram if you want to check that out. I'm just getting rid of some boxes and that, having a little bit of a tidy up, but we did get this lovely little chest of drawers, which is just lovely in this area in front of the mirror. We did get this from a couple from home, so they're actually moving back to Ireland and they were selling some of their stuff, so we got that. And we also got a pull-out bed, so this is like a sofa bed kind of thing, which is super handy because Connor's brother and his girlfriend Charlie and Shannon, they're based in Perth and they're coming up to visit us next weekend, so we did need a bed for them. And I think like a pull-out bed, sofa bed is just perfect for this room because it doesn't take up as much space as a big frame would. And also it's handy then whenever we don't have anybody here, we can just like pull it up into a sofa, because I believe Connor's going to use this room as like an office room eventually. But this is what I have to tackle now. So this actually arrived a couple days ago. It is a big suitcase from home. When I was packing to move to Sydney, I didn't bother take like any big coats or jackets or anything too heavy, just because the weight restrictions on the plane were really strict. So I did use the company Send My Bag, I did mention that in the first moving to Australia vlog, to ship over a big case with other things in. But then when I got here, I realized like a lot of the people, like everybody obviously dresses very seasonally, and I thought I would get away with just having a couple little bits, but I miss my big woolies, I miss my jackets, loads of things like that I never thought of bringing. And I did say to myself I would just buy like new coats and knits and that when I did arrive. But I was in Westfield and Bondi Junction and all that, and to be honest, everything that I wanted I had at home. And that just kills me, like the thought of spending money on something that I already have. And as well, we're not planning on going home for Christmas. So that's Ireland winter. Like we're not planning on going home this Christmas. We plan on going home next May because we have to go and visit our wedding venue in Spain. And we'd like to do that with our parents, to do like a tasting and all that. So we plan on going home next May. So obviously when we go home, we're not going to need our big knits and coats and all that. So then I thought, what is the point of me going in and buying all new stuff when I don't even need it at home for the time being anyway? So I just went on to Send My Bag again, and I just booked another case. So I FaceTimed my mum. She was up in my room and like going through everything, and it actually was really productive. And we packed everything that I wanted and she got loads into the case. So then I just done all the paperwork on my end and emailed it to her, and she printed it out, stuck it on the case, and then 5 days later it was here. These big vacuum packed bags are honestly the best thing ever. Just let all the air out. So I have basically knitwear, skirts, a blazer and a little skirt, a running jacket, a big coat. I also have already taken out my big woolly mango coat that I wore in the last vlog. That was packed as well. Some more knitwear. And also these shoes. She sent over these Uggs as well because these were obviously far too bulky to pack myself when I was moving over. But I got her to pack my Docs, my Converse, these gorgeous bits from Mango. They're a proper classy winter patent boot. And as well my loafers. So happy to have warmer clothes because summer is a while away yet, and it does get cold in Sydney. Like I've really felt a drop in this past couple days, And especially in this apartment because we have no sunlight and it gets quite cold. We've no heating either. I felt kind of sad there, like taking them out of the bag because mum packed them all for me, and oh, missing mum and dad and obviously friends and family and things like that, but at least we're in contact with them basically every day. I'm gonna put these away now and stop talking. Well, that was an eventful evening. I thought I'd just go for a quick 20-25 minute walk before dinner. So I ended up walking down the road, and there's a big Westfield like not far down the road, so I thought I'd nip in because I've been meaning to get a journal and like a couple of gratitude journals and just a planner and things like that. I love to write things down. I nipped into Target, picked them up, and then as I was leaving it started to spit rain. And I was like, no, my luck, it would probably end up lashing if I walk home, and I didn't want my books to get wet. So I hopped on the bus. Now I've gotten the bus back from that shopping centre before, but it was packed with people, like a lot of people finishing work and that, and everybody just kind of crammed onto the bus. So I was standing, but there was lots of people around, and the bus started going, and it's literally only 10 minutes to get back to this apartment. And it was going, and I said, goodness, this is taking quite a while. And I couldn't see because there were so many people and it was pitch black outside. I didn't recognize the streets. So I whipped out my phone and I went on to Google Maps to see where I was. I got on the wrong bus. I was out near the airport. Oh my gosh. So then I got off the bus and I found a stop on the other side of the road that bus was going to be coming back to Maroubra, where I'm supposed to be. But that bus wasn't due for 18 minutes. And then I thought, oh my God, I'm not waiting here for 18 minutes. And I ended up just walking home. And thankfully it didn't rain. It's all a learning curve. Anyway, I'll show you the books that I picked up. I got this lovely journal. It's just a little journal, A4 lined. I like things that are plain, just to write in to-do lists, because sometimes I find ones that are prompted can be a little bit overwhelming, and sometimes you just don't have the space that you want. I also got this book, so it's by Ali Abadal, Feel Good Productivity. Just a nice feel good book. I do love a self-help book, or like something to get me motivated and driven, so I'm excited to get into that. It does sound quite good. I also then seen this. It's Sarah Di Lorenzo. She's a clinical nutritionist, and this is the gut repair plan. So I'm really geeky when it comes to like food and the body and how our body works and the gut and all that. And I've done a good bit of studying on it anyway, but you can never stop learning. And I just had a flick through this in the shop and it looks amazing. Picked up this Fast Like a Girl. This is by Dr. Mindy Pelz. I am quite a fan of her work. I love her podcast, so I'm excited to get into that as well. And then I got some cute little pens because I actually don't have a pen. Absolutely ravenous now. I have my soup in the microwave. I'm just making Connor pasta, and that is my soup. It's a lovely big bowl of chicken lentil soup with celery, leek, onion, garlic, carrot. Put some bone broth in there as well, so it's full of collagen and just nice gut loving ingredients. Cooked veggies now will be a lot softer, so I'll be able to actually chew them. Piping hot, but let's taste. Oh my goodness, I just love a big lentil soup. It reminds me of my nanny. Hello.
Hello.
Connor just came in through the door there. Ready to tea?
Oh, breastfest McGee.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Not bad, in fairness.
Not bad. I probably have celery in them. I'm just having some soup.
No. You can see it's like you're, I don't even know, like the girl from Finding Nemo.
The girl from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, you don't know what the
Darla.
is.
Is that her name, Darla?
I don't know what
I
her
think
name
it
was.
is Darla from the movie Finding Nemo. Yeah, they're not too bad. Like the top are the white, and the bottom are noticeable.
Yeah, the bottom are very nice.
Still love me with my braces.
I suppose I have to.
I went out for a little walk because I just wanted to get more steps, and I was very sedentary today. And I actually ended up walking down to East Gardens to Westfield to get like a journal and a planner. I came out and it started raining. I hopped on the bus, and you know it only takes like 10 minutes to get down here. I got on the 350 and it was a long time. It was a long time.
You got on it the wrong way.
You've done it not so long ago.
I didn't.
You did?
I just didn't get off at my train stop.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
that's alright. That
same
happens.
thing.
It's not you went the wrong way.
How was I supposed to know?
You literally just know. You turn around. Yeah, Murphy's that way. I'm going to go
But
that way.
I just seen the 350 and I just thought, because I had gotten it before.
And if you look on at the top of the bus, it tells you where it's going.
But there were so many people and it was dark and I just wasn't concentrating. I seen 350 and I was like, okay, scan. Anyway, got off somewhere near the airport, and then I went across the road to get to the nearest stop to go back in, and it wasn't coming for like 18 minutes, so I just walked back in. So it took 35 minutes, but
Jesus.
it wasn't too bad. Anyway, we're here now. As I said, it's all a learning curve. I'm enjoying my soup that is cooling down now, and Connor's gonna have his dinner, and yeah, probably gonna have a nice shower, chill out and watch some Narcos. That's what we're back on. We started watching Narcos, the Colombian one, isn't it?
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, the Pablo one. Again, we watched a couple seasons but didn't finish it, so that is what
I watched the whole thing.
You did?
This is my second time watching it.
You watched it years ago though, didn't you?
I watched it when it first came out. It was unreal.
We are we've got a funny taste in like series and that. Like, we love all the drug things.
We love drugs and we love serial killers.
Serial killers, murders, any documentary about a serial killer, like that is our favourite thing to watch. But then it's such a contrast. What do we watch on YouTube?
Universal vlogs.
Disney vlogs, Disney and Universal, that's all we watch on YouTube, so it's such a
close
contrast. Anyway, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch up with these in a couple of days, see how these are getting on. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.